All right, can you hear me? I'm not going to start thanking everybody. Everybody's been thanked, but I'm very grateful for everyone that showed up, for Alana and David for doing this. Lee asked me to say a few words about the topic of tonight's talk. So let me say, as most language teachers know, and I see a lot of language educators in the crowd, language learning has been reconceptualized since the 1990s to provide a social and contextual orientation to language learning. And this so-called social turn has led to a number of significant revisions to accepted pedagogical practices, which now must take into account such concerns as the learner's identity, the learner's agency, and the broader socio-cultural context within which language learning occurs. Likewise, the rapid and widespread diffusion of technology in general, and I would add mobile technology and prosumer technology in particular, has also significantly impacted the field of foreign language teaching and learning. In today's foreign language classroom, technology-mediated approaches are increasingly used to empower language learners to become more active participants in their own learning and to connect more closely with surrounding communities. Place, however, largely remains absent. It's an absent concept in the foreign language classroom. Today, much like yesterday, L2 classrooms continue to be profoundly place agnostic, both physically. Just imagine that your classroom cuts you off from the surrounding world through the walls of the classroom, but also discursively. Textbooks, syllabi, and instructions are clearly standardized across courses with respect to location and make little reference to the actual live context in which the target language is used. So if we are to remediate this limited experience of place in foreign language education, then we need to promote instructional approaches that encourage language learners to use their language skills to engage in authentic, communicative purposes in a context that is both place-aware and spatially situated. And today, for most of us, that context is almost always urban. For most language students, engaging with the world outside the classrooms means connecting to an environment that is increasingly urbanized, multicultural, and multilingual. Offering them the opportunity to participate in activities and projects that investigate how spatial and language practices shape a given urban space into a series of specific historical and localized places can be an extremely rewarding and beneficial practice for them. But in order for this engagement to be productive or successful, it does require that we develop an active, critical pedagogy that not only explicitly connects the exploration of urban landscapes to formal classroom practices, but also encourages language students to change their stance from that of a passive spectator of the urban spectacle to that of an engaged actor who explores and participates fully in all the practices that connect people to the places in which they live. I'd like to think that tonight's event is but a first step in the development of such a pedagogy.